am 74 years old. I expect to live to 80 years old and beyond. So
Right,
each
right.
year, I will be
Mhm.
getting a mammogram regardless. There are some women who have other medical issues, and they might prefer not to have a mammogram because they're not concerned with that part of their health. So they might not get a mammogram. And I think that sometimes when ladies are older who might find that they have breast cancer, might not be able to handle the treatment of chemo or radiation
Right.
because of other health issues they might have. So that's a decision that you can only make with your doctor and yourself or your family. I have had a friend that her mom did decide to have one more mammogram before she
Mhm.
stopped. They actually found something and she was able to go through treatment with no problems. She was able to go at 80, I think she might have been 82 or 84. And she
Okay.
was able to go through the chemo or whatever treatments with no real bad side effects. And she was so grateful that she did that one mammogram. Now her life expectancy can continue on
Right,
because
right.
breast cancer is a very aggressive,
Yes.
and if you don't do it right away, sometimes it can be so aggressive that it's in stage 2 or 3. In fact, some of the ladies who did not have mammograms during COVID, remember how a lot of ladies weren't going in? I
Right.
did have a friend, and she said to me, I haven't had a mammogram in 2 years before because of COVID. She
Mhm.
came to my event and she revealed to me that day that they had diagnosed her as stage 2.
Okay.
At stage 2.
Okay.
So you see how important it is
Right,
to make
right.
sure that you do your breast health check, have mammograms. I think sometimes in our communities, especially in our Black and brown community, we kind of pass it off and don't decide that, oh, I'm not going to have breast cancer. I had
Mhm.
no idea at 33 that I had breast cancer.
Right,
Didn't have
right.
any idea, none. But, because of me aware of my breasts, because of early detection, I was actually in stage 0. I'm so
Okay.
grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
So, Janet, can you explain a little bit about the stages? Okay, so stage zero is when the doctors just first discover that you have
I had
some
breast
type of
cancer.
problem with your breast,
Right.
and then explain stage two, three, and four so people get an understanding of how serious this is.
Well, stage 1, 2, and 3 is a little more aggressive. My
Hmm.
lymph nodes were negative. But at that time, let's say 40 years ago, they didn't really know much as they do now. So they did go on and give me a mastectomy. I'm grateful for it now. Maybe I could have had a lumpectomy. I don't know at this point in time, but I'm so grateful that I did have my mastectomy. I was able to go on with my life. Now, the ladies who are in stage 1, 2, and 3, it is a little more aggressive and it's a little more treatments that they have to have.
Okay.
And they will check your lymph nodes because that is your filtering system. And it can, sometimes the cancerous has gotten through your filtering system. So they need to do other things for that.
Okay. Okay. Now, I do want to talk about. You said at this point you're getting your mammograms once a year or once every 2 years.
For me, I choose to do mine every year.
Okay. Question. Now, there are some people that are very hesitant about getting a mammogram every year because of the actual radiation that comes from those machines. Um, and so, what would you say to them?
Well, for
Or
me, yeah, for me, I'm willing to take the risk
okay.
because of how aggressive breast cancer is.
Hmm.
They do MRIs and 3D, so you can talk to your doctor about the exposure to
Okay.
radiation. But for
Hmm.
me, I've been doing it, like I said last week. I had my 41st mammogram. I haven't had any problems with the radiation or anything. So I feel that I'm going to continue to have my mammograms. I am
Right.
not going to stop because I would rather um, feel the pressure, because you know that a lot of ladies don't like the pressure that they
Right.
put
The
you under.
pressure. Mhm.
Yes. And I can remember the technician said to me, "Well, I got to press down." And I said, "Do what you have to do." And I will suck it in and have my mammogram done properly, because
Right.
I know how important it is. I've had
It is.
friends to die, so I understand the importance of a mammogram.
Yes. So let me tell you about my experience. I had a friend, a very good friend who recently passed, who had breast cancer. This friend, we were so close. We were roommates in college, and we stayed.
Oh,
Yes, we stayed close all through. Even after we graduated, up until she died. And when she called me, because we had been talking, and she was into natural this and natural that, but she didn't go to the doctors, and I'm pretty
right.
sure she wasn't doing her self breast exams. And when she told me she had breast cancer, I was really shocked.
Stop.
But the thing is that not only did she have breast cancer, she had to have waited really late before she went to the doctor, because it had spread from her breast into her stomach. And then she gave me another call and said, now I have stomach cancer because, I guess it spreads something when it reaches a certain stage, it can spread to other
Does.
parts of your body.
Yes.
But I want to say this, I was very hurt and upset about her death. But I want to say this. I remember when we were in college, like she's a year younger than me, but we were roommates for 2 years in a row. But I remember in the morning, she would have classes sometimes earlier than my classes. And she would get out the shower and I would see her, and she would lotion her, body and everything.
Mhm.
And I noticed that she not only lotioned, her arms and her legs and her face and everything, but she also lotioned her breasts. So I want to caution ladies that we need to be careful about what we put on our breast. Um, the lotions that we are using need to make sure that they don't have any uh, parabens, phthalates. Some of these lotions have formaldehyde,
Mhm.
BHT. So really do yourself a favor if you put lotion on your breasts, because I didn't put lotion on my breast, and for some reason something told me don't do it. But I do use natural products. So those lotions that contain those type of chemicals, I believe, can enter your breast cells. So ladies, be very careful about what you're putting on your skin, and particularly what type of lotions that you're putting on your breast. And I did a podcast about chemicals in our cosmetics, and so you may want to go back and try to find that podcast.
And you're
Okay,
absolutely
so
right, Gail. You're right about that. As you said that, I can remember back spraying my body with perfume, and it went all over me. When you said
yes,
that, it triggered something. I remember that so
yes,
well. And you're absolutely right. When you're putting things on your breast, it can penetrate and
yes.
to go in. And I remember that I used to, when you get out the shower, you know how you spray yourself sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember that. Yes.
Yes. So perfumes are worse
Yes.
than the lotions in terms of the
Yes.
chemicals that are in perfumes. And now it's recommended that instead of putting the perfumes directly on your skin, on your body, spray it on your clothes.
Hmm.
You don't have
Exactly.
to put it on your body. People can still smell this beautiful scents if you put it like on some part of your dress or your blouse, but don't spray it directly on your skin.
Exactly. That's very
Okay.
important.
Okay. And the one that I use, the cosmetic company that I use for lipsticks, lotions, eye makeup, anything like that, is called 100% Pure. And
Okay.
you can, go to www.100percentpure.com, and you can find and check out their cosmetics. Their cosmetics, for instance, their eyeshadows and their mascaras, they're made out with blueberries and blackberries.
Good.
And so, all the cosmetics are made of, they're natural.
Right.
So, Janet, I want to thank you so much. I think we covered all the questions that I had for you today. But so I definitely want you to have the last word. But I thank you so much for being my special guest. So, in closing, what are your final words or comments to my listeners about breast cancer awareness?
My last comments would be aware. Be aware of your breasts and how it's changing. And if there's something going on with you, with your breasts, if you feel something, if you see something, by all means, go to the doctor and have it checked out, because you never know. Not every lump and every rash might not be breast cancer, but you want to be vigilant about it and make sure that it's not breast cancer. Also,
Absolutely.
on Tuesday, I am going to light the city dome in awareness for breast cancer.
Mhm.
Mayor Scott has agreed for my foundation to come down and have it lit for
Wonderful.
October. And I'm asking him to do it maybe once a month, because I really don't think women in our area community understand how deadly breast cancer is.
No,
When
they
they
don't.
say awareness and early detection, I know how important that is. Breast cancer is an equal opportunity disease. It doesn't discriminate. It
No.
can be male, female, black, or white. That's the reason why I'm very vigilant about all the ladies to make sure that they do self exams and are aware. Also, on October the 19th, I will have my fundraiser so that I can raise monies to continue to do what I'm doing. It will be October the 19th at the Delta Hotel at Cross Keys from 11 to 3. I will have speakers there that will help us about how we eat and what we're eating. I will have someone that can tell us how to go from meat based products to plant based. Also, I will have a lady there who does African American wigs, that she can help you through that. Also, we will have someone who does makeup and hairstyling. These are things that women really need. And that's the reason why I have my events, to
Abs-
give ladies what they need. I didn't have that for myself 41 years ago. After I had my mastectomy, I didn't know about exercise and eating. And what you said, Gail, about the products that we put on our body, it's so important now because it's catching up with us.
Yes.
And our women are being diagnosed with breast cancer, and my friends are passing.
Yes. Yes. Well, we want to thank you so much, Janet, for coming on and sharing this valuable and very important information. And I also want to have you to give out your website and any phone numbers or email addresses where people can contact you directly. And definitely your website, because I know your events are posted on your website.
Yes. I can be reached at 410-456-1356. You can talk to me directly. My website is www.janethallfoundation.org. And if you want to email me, it's janet@janethallfoundation.org. Please contact me, ladies. I want to help. I want to make sure that we're doing the correct things for our breasts and for our bodies.
Yes, absolutely. And so the whole month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but
Yes, it
that
is.
just means it's a kickoff if you haven't been doing what you're supposed to be doing in terms of breast health. It's not just for 1 month, it's supposed to be continuous all year. Continue to do your self breast exams, get your mammograms, do
Yes.
everything that Ms. Hall has mentioned today on this show, and be very diligent about it. So
Yes.
I'm okay. So I'm going to sign off. I want everyone to get out, get some fresh air and exercise, eat healthy. I'm your host, Gail Dixon McBride, natural health consultant. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor on Partners in Health and Biz, please email me. My email address is partnersinhealthandbiz@gmail.com, partnersinhealthandbiz@gmail.com. And you can also visit my website, partnersinhealth.biz, for upcoming events and health and wellness information. Until next time, everyone,